this game was crazily good for its time. I'm serious. I have no idea where this game came from or why I didn't play it sooner. And I gotta be honest, I probably had more fun playing this game than Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor combined. And I'm gonna be honest here. I took a 3 to 4 week break after playing this game because it was so janky, and playing on Sith Lord difficulty, which is the highest difficulty in the game, by the way, just made me go. I was borrowing this game from a friend though, so I had to finish it before I would give it back to him, and I was like, well, I should just make the review anyway. So without further ado, let's do this.
God damn it!
Let me just start off by saying that the funnest level is probably the first level of the game, which you might be thinking, really? The first level of the game? So yeah, for the first level, you basically play as Darth Maul. That wasn't in the script! Alright, let's see here. Oh yeah, he's right. To correct myself, you play as Darth Vader at the beginning of the game in the first level. And yes, all hope is not lost. You do end up fighting Darth Maul at the end. Well, not necessarily at the end, but towards the end of the game. And I just think they added this because it works out for fan service reasons. And if you don't know what fan service is, just go watch anime. At your own discretion, of course. I'm not liable for any single one of you guys. Nonetheless, you do play as Darth Vader. And as overpowered as you are, it's like really fun. It's absolutely gorgeous to be playing as this character. Even though it's short-lived because you only really play him once throughout the entire game, there's something refreshing about absolutely decimating every single Wookiee that comes across your way, especially when you force choke them or force push them out of the map. But enough about Darth Vader, because he's not what this game is about. I'm here to discuss the I'm here to discuss the purity and awesomeness that is the Force Unleashed. You play as Starkiller, who is a handsome, shaved, bald man who has a weird facial structure, but he proves himself otherwise by being a pure badass. I mean, it's pure fun, honestly. The physics of Starkiller works well, especially for the time that this game was released in. And sure, the game can be janky at certain points.
Last of the Felucians.
But I have to say that the jankiness doesn't really overshadow how great the Force Unleashed is, even though it was part of the reason why I took a break from the game to begin with. But really, it was because the game was hard when I was playing it on Sith Lord difficulty. Personally, you really do grow to like Starkiller over time, and even though he's a bit of a shaven dude, I mean, he's kind of bald, he also just happens to be really cool. Wow, so cool. Are you guys gonna kiss? Do they kiss? Yes.
Goodbye, Juno.
What the? Also, nothing wrong with being bald, by the way. I'm just kind of trashing Starkiller a little. Oh, and by the way, as I was writing the script for this, I just realized that Sam Witwer was the male model for Starkiller. I honestly didn't know this before. Please don't hate me. But hold on a minute. Sam Witwer also played Darth Maul in the Clone Wars. So if you really think about it, because if you guys remember, you do go up against Darth Maul. He's kind of going up against himself, so to speak. So it's like Starkillerception. The Force Unleashed has a bunch of different perks you can upgrade, like combos, force abilities, and your overall stats. The combos are excellent, though, in my own opinion, at least. I think I mean, we can definitely argue that the combos in Jedi Survivor, for example, are a lot better, but I think the Force combos in Force Unleashed are pretty good. I don't...
Yes!
Welcome! I need it!
A good amount of the time, though, you most likely will be using Force Lightning to stun enemies and bosses, and especially bosses, but there are some Force Saber combos that infuse Force Lightning with your Saber, and it's really useful. This game is already better than Fallen Order, and they're 11 years apart, but we have yet to go over the jankiness. It's not a perfect game by any means, and regardless of that, the game still holds up, and that jankiness actually gives the game a lot of character. Yeah, that totally makes sense. I got hit through the guy. I got hit through the freaking Rancor's leg. Anyway, the person who ends up killing me through the Rancor's leg somehow is Mare's Brood, and I kind of dig her. She's also the apprentice to Shaq T, which I would think should have died in episode 3 in that one deleted scene.
What is it, Skywalker?
Anyway, for those who don't know what jankiness means, this is what it means.
How silly this is!
Gone?
You have to like do. Oh. Okay. Aaron, don't leave. Aaron, don't. Aaron!
Sonic 06 was my childhood. Just kidding. No, I just heard the game was bad. I never played the game. Okay, so this is the formal definition of jankiness according to Urban Dictionary. Jankiness, the state of being janky. Okay, let's see what janky means. Janky, adjective, inferior quality, semicolon, held in low social regard, semicolon, old and dilapidated, semicolon, refers almost exclusively to inanimate object. Okay, you get the picture. Sometimes you're just floating across the floor for no reason. Sometimes the enemy's just floating across the floor for no reason. Sometimes the Wookiees just don't want to stay dead.
How'd that get in there?
And sometimes, really, it's just your own damn fault. But despite the game's faults, it's still pretty enjoyable, and one can overlook how stupid the game could be in these moments. As long as the game is fun, that's all that matters. It's only not fun when it directly affects you and you die. Yes, kill me when my animation is stopped and I can't move. Yes, perfect. Oh, yes, I love this game. Yes. But like I said, the game is still fun, and I believe that some of the most fun to be had in this game is just as simple as force throwing enemies around, or even just throwing objects at enemies themselves. Imps. What did I do? I did play this game on Sith Lord difficulty, which is the hardest game mode that you can play when you first start playing the game, aside from Sith Master, which you unlock at the end when you beat the game. So it did really take some time for me to get used to the feel of playing a Star Killer, understanding the physics, and getting used to how to outplay your enemies, especially when you fight other Jedi and lightsaber wielders. A good amount of the time, though, as you play this game, you'll find yourself having to use Force Lightning just to stun enemies and even Jedi bosses that you go against. However, and this is indeed a spoiler, so if you don't want to know what I'm about to say, first subscribe to my channel, and then you can leave. When you get to the end of The Force Unleashed and you beat the first 2 phases of Darth Vader, you are presented the choice to go against either Darth Vader or Darth Sidious. And naturally, I chose Darth Vader because I don't mind retconning the whole original trilogy by killing Luke Skywalker's father earlier than before the rebellion of whatever the fudge could happen.
Oh my dude, you just got pranked! Bet you didn't see that one coming, huh?
And I shamefully admit that I had to search up a guide online on how to beat Darth Vader after the first 2 phases because it was just stupid hard. He's near impossible to beat unless you force push him and immediately start swinging your stupid light sword at him, which is probably one of the aspects of this game that is mind-numbingly numb. The saber combat as far as this game goes is excellent, at least I think it is, and it's excellent for a game that came out in 2008. The boss fights, however,
Now this is why I came to America.
I mean, they're alright. They're fun in a certain regard. It's just that beating a majority of the Jedi bosses in Force Unleashed is kind of weird and sometimes awkward. It's even weirder when you're playing in Sith Lord mode or even Sith Master. And as I briefly mentioned the use of Force Lightning, you basically end up using Force Lightning a majority of the time just to stun these bosses. So kind of not the most fun way of beating them, but I guess it works. 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 And after you beat these bosses, sometimes they die, sometimes they don't.
I want to die.
But she doesn't die.
Evil corrupted me. But you can save me. Just let me get away from here.
Hey, yo, pause. Why is she touching him like that?
I sense only me. 2 hours later.
We'll join your alliance.
As will I.
So it doesn't really matter what you do, honestly, because the game is fixed and everything is predestined, even if you lower them to 0 health, unless you choose to kill Darth Vader at the end. Speaking of which, this guy doesn't die.
Ah, master!
Oh, you thought that was Maul? No, that's this guy.
Master?
Somehow Proxy is able to survive a full Star Destroyer coming down his way while Star Killer is force pulling it into the ground. That makes a lot of sense. But that's okay because Darth Vader is the one that's able to kill him anyway. But that's okay.
Okay!
As far as the story, there isn't really much else to say.
Lord Vader, by taking this boy as your apprentice, you have betrayed me.
2 hours later.
Yes, kill him. He was weak.
And by the way, there is apparently DLC for Force Unleashed, which I have not played, but it's a DLC that takes place after you kill Darth Vader. Once again, spoilers. And Darth Sidious reconstructs you into Darth Vader 2.0 Deluxe... crap. Darth Vader 2.0 Deluxe McChicken from McDonald's edition. It looks awesome though, honestly. And also upon writing the script for this video, I also found out that there are different versions of The Force Unleashed on the PS2 and even Wii and PSP.
Lord Vader, by taking this boy as your apprentice, you have betrayed me.
2 hours later.
Yes, kill him. He is weak.
Broken, kill him. You can take your rightful place at my side.
No! No, 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 no!
Me.